The Union Cabinet on February 29 approved the proposal to fix the nutrient-based subsidy scheme rates for Kharif season 2024 on phosphatic and potassic fertilizer and inclusion of 3 new fertilizer grades under nutrient-based subsidy scheme. The tentative budgetary requirement for Kharif season 2024 would be approximately 24,420 crore rupees, announced Union Minister Anurag Thakur. Today's next news is, India reiterated her ask to re-examine the implications of the moratorium on customs duties on electronic transmissions, particularly for the developing nations and the least developed countries at a session on e-commerce during the World Trade Organization's 13th Ministerial Conference on February 28. Today's next news is, RBI on February 29 said it has imposed monetary penalty on 2 cooperative banks for rule violations. These banks are Noble Cooperative Bank Limited and Adarsh Mahila Cooperative Bank Limited, which were penalized 5 lakh rupees each by the central bank. Adarsh Mahila Cooperative Bank was penalized as the bank had sanctioned a loan where a relative of one of the directors of the bank was interested. Today's next news is, consumer groups from 8 European Union countries lodged complaints against Meta on Thursday, accusing the Facebook and Instagram owner of illegally processing user data and using its pay or consent system as a smokescreen for privacy breaches. Meta has reaped rich financial rewards by selling user data to advertisers, but its business model has pitted the US tech giant against European Union regulators over data privacy. Today's next news is, the Supreme Court on February 29 dismissed Vedanta's plea seeking reopening of its Sterlite copper smelter plant in Tamil Nadu for judgment. The court held that, we are conscious of the nature of contribution of the company to the area. However, court has to be mindful of principle of sustainable development and health and welfare of the residents of the area is a matter of utmost concern. Today's next news is, State Rural Development Minister on Wednesday announced in the State Assembly that the government would initiate a detailed probe in connection with alleged irregularities in allotment of houses under the Abua Awas Yojana to homeless. Gomia MLA of AJSU P. Lambodar Mahato alleged that Gram Sabha has been sidelined and officials are preparing list of beneficiaries in violation of all the prescribed rules. Today's next news is, banks' credit to personal loans continue to grow as the share of personal loans in total credit stood at 30.9% in December 2023 compared to 28.6% in previous year. The Reserve Bank of India's latest data showed, according to data from the central bank, bank credit growth stood at 16.1% and 20.3%. including the HDFC Bank merger impact. Today's next news is, the Mines Ministry on February 29 launched 18 critical and strategic mineral blocks in the second tranche of auction. The government also approved royalty rates for mining of 12 critical and strategic minerals, including beryllium, cadmium, cobalt, gallium, indium, rhenium, selenium, tantalum, tellurium, titanium, tungsten, and vanadium, according to a statement released by the ministry. Today's next news is, the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation has inked an initial pact with National Remote Sensing Center under ISRO to digitalize urban frame survey using the Bhuvan Platform. This collaboration is aimed at transforming urban frame survey from analog to digital mode and help MOSPI to achieve the targets of updating urban frame regularly in a timely manner, an official said. Today's next news is, United Polyfab Gujarat and its promoters have been fined 48 lakh rupees for violating Securities and Exchange Board of India regulations and the Sebi Act. The market regulator's investigation revealed that the company had tried to manipulate the price of the stock and came up with a bonus issue to fraudulently migrate to the exchange's main board.